Hi guys, Kieran here again, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the song Medicine by Bring Me the Horizon. So this is going to be an acoustic version and it's going to be using some really easy chords, so perfect for the beginner players out there. Also there's going to be no bar chords in this version. You're going to be using a capo and that's going to eliminate the need for a bar chord. It's all just going to be nice easy open chords. Also there's some nice and easy strum patterns to go alongside the chords as well. I've also created a cheat sheet to go alongside this tutorial, which will allow all the chords, all the strum patterns, all the chord progressions, all that sort of information. So if you want that, go down into the description or in the comments as well. I've left a link there, which will take you to the cheat sheet, which you can download. So without further ado, let's get into the tutorial. So as mentioned before, you will need a capo to play this version. So this is all going to be open chords. So the capo will go on the 5th fret and it will be in standard tuning as well. So altogether there's going to be 5 chords. So I'll just run through the chords now. If you know all your basic chords, skip on to the chord progressions and the strum patterns. But if you don't, stick around for a couple of minutes and I'll go through how to fret all of those chords. So the first one is going to be this F. So normally you play an F as a bar chord version, but I've just got this nice easy F here, which is just going to be an open chord. So your first finger is going to go on the 1st fret of the 2nd string. Your second finger will go on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. Your third finger will go on the 3rd fret of the 5th string, and then your pinky will go on the 3rd fret of the 4th. You can try and mute that lowest string and leave that highest one open there. Or you can, another variation on this is you can bar those first two on the 1st fret of the 1st and 2nd string, and you can also play it like that as well. But the easiest way is just to leave that 1st string open there. The second chord with this A minor chord here. So again, leave that high string open. Your first finger will go on the 1st fret of the 2nd string. Your second finger will go on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. Your third finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd. And you want to mute that low string again, so that 5th string there will be open, and again that 1st string will be open. And that's your A minor there. The third chord will be a G chord. There's a couple ways to play it, but I like to play it like this. So your pinky finger will go on the 3rd fret of the 1st string. Your third finger will go on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. Your second finger on the 3rd fret of the 6th string. And then I'll leave the 3rd and the 4th strings open there. But what I like to do is mute this 5th string here, so you can play your G like that. Or if you're not comfortable with muting that 5th string, you can put your first finger on the 2nd fret of the 5th string, and that's how you can play G like that. The 4th chord will be a D minor. So your first finger will go on the 1st fret of the 1st string, your second finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, then your third finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. You want to try and mute, if you can, those lowest 2 strings there, the 6th and 5th string, and then leave that 4th string open. If you can't mute those 2 lowest, just mute the first lowest there, that 6th string, and leave the 5th open as well. And it's not going to be end of the world. But if you can, get that thumb over there and try and mute those 2 low strings. And that's going to be your D minor there. Then the 5th chord in the song will be an E minor. And this is probably the easiest of all the chords. So the 1st, 2nd and 3rd string are going to be open. And then you're going to be putting your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 5th string, and then your 3rd finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. You want to leave that 6th string open, and that's going to be E minor there. So moving on to the strum patterns, then there's going to be 3 strum patterns in total, and there's going to be one for the verses, one for the chorus, and one for the pre-chorus as well. So what I'll do, I will go through the strum pattern as I go through the chord progressions. That's probably the easiest way to do it. So the first drum pattern, which we use for the verse, and the song goes straight into the verse. So the first drum pattern is going to be down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up. Down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up. Down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up. Down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up. So just playing on that on a chord. So that strum pattern there will be played once through for each of the chords, which I'm going to go through now. So the verse chord progression is going to be an F major, the A minor, the G chord, and then that D minor there. So the strum pattern will sound like this. So that chord progression there will go around 4 times for that first verse. And just to note, the first time round that chord progression in the first verse, you can just play single strums. And then the second time around that chord progression, you get into that strum pattern. So after you do that first verse, you get to the first pre-chorus, which will use strum pattern 2. So strum pattern 2 is just going to be palm muted down strums, and on each chord you're going to do 8 palm muted down strums. So the pre-chorus chord progression will be 8 times on this F, so, and then 8 times on this A minor, and then 8 times on this G. And then after you've done 8 times on that G, hit that G once and then stop it, and then wait a length of one of those chords, and then you go into the chorus. So the chorus, it's going to be using a different strum pattern this time, but this strum pattern, it's going to be a split strum pattern between 2 chords. And if you've got the cheat sheet in front of you, if you're about to download it, in the strum pattern when I've laid it out, I've got 2 slashes, and that's where you change to the next chord within that strum pattern. So the strum pattern is going to be down, down, up, and then you change chord, and it'll be down, 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 up. So I'm just going to go between 2 chords now slowly, just so you can get a sense of what that sounds like. So down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up. Down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up. So down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up. Down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up. So again, in that strum pattern, where the slashes are, you'll change to the next chord. So the chord progression to the chorus is going to be a split strum pattern between an F and this E minor, and then it'll be a split strum pattern between A minor and G. So I'll just play through one time round that chord progression of the chorus, just so you can see how the chords fit with that strum pattern. So it sounds like this. And that chord progression there will go around 4 times in total. So what I'll do now is go through that verse, pre-chorus and chorus, just so you can get a sense of what that sounds like all together. So it should sound like this. Some people are a lot like clouds, you know, 'cause life's so much brighter when they go. It rained on my heart for far too long. Can see the thunder fall. after that chorus, you get into the next verse. So just after you play that last G, if you hit an F and let that ring after that chorus, 2, 3, 4, wait 4 beats, and then get into the next verse. So the next verse, chord progression wise, will be exactly the same as that first verse. The only difference is you'll be using the strum pattern for all 4 times around that chord progression, as opposed to that first verse where you're just doing single strums for that first time around the chord progression. Then you get to the second pre-chorus, which is going to be a double pre-chorus. So the chords for that will be, and all these, remember, are going to be palm muted again. So it will be 8 times on an F, then A minor, then G, and then to D minor 8 times on this as well. Then you go back to the F, then to the A minor, and then you go back to the G 8 times on that. And then just like that last pre-chorus, after you've done 8 times on G, hit it once and stop the chord. So after that second pre-chorus there, you go back into the chorus, and this chorus will be exactly the same as that first chorus. Then coming out of the chorus, you go straight into the bridge, and this is going to use the chorus chords and also that chorus strum pattern as well, which will be strum pattern 3. So this will be the F to E minor, A minor to G, and that will go around 4 times just like the chorus did. Then just after the bridge there's a little interlude section, and in this bit you're just going to be doing single strums. So you'll do a single strum on an F, single strum on an A minor, single strum on a G, and then a single strum on the D minor. So that'll just be that verse chord progression there, and you just do single strums on that after you do that bridge. Then after that little interlude after the bridge, you go into another pre-chorus, and again you'll be using strum pattern 2, so those palm mutes, and this pre-chorus will be just like pre-chorus 1, so it'll be 8 times on the F, 8 times on the A minor, 8 times on the G, and then hit that G once, stop the chord, and then you get into that next and final chorus. So this final chorus, strum pattern wise, will be exactly the same as the previous choruses, except this time it will be a double chorus. So instead of playing it 4 times around that chord progression, you're now going to play it 8 times around. So after that final chorus, there's a little outro, and you're effectively just going to do that interlude section again. So a single strum on an F, single strum on an A minor, single strum on a G, and then a single strum on that D minor there. And that D minor you can just let ring as the final chord. So what I'll do now, just to piece everything together, I'll go through that bridge, pre-chorus, chorus, and then that little outro, just so you can get a sense of what the chords sound like with the song. And that last bit should sound like this. 'Cause I cut my teeth and bit my son, while my mouth is dripping blood, but I never ditched the dirt, just held my breath, while they drag me through the mud. Yeah, I cut my teeth and bit my son, while your mouth was dripping blood, but I never ditched the dirt, just held my breath, while you drag me through the mud. So I think I've covered everything there, all the chords, all the chord progressions, all the strum patterns. And like I say, all that will be laid out in the cheat sheet, which you can download in the description below. And I've put a comment there with a link as well. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. I've got loads more videos on my channel, so go check those out. And hit that like button if you like this as well. And until next time, peace out.